In other news, let's see what sort of comments we got in the comment section, because I'd love to just read one comment with you guys and see if we can get your thoughts too. Ooh, here we go. Listen, look at this, Salt. Just out of the gate, Gabriel goes, and this is on a recent live that I did. Gabriel says, Matt is lying to the community on a regular basis. Lying? Oof. He's been the man for 2 months now already, and he gets mixed up in all his lies. Whoa, this person. Okay. What happened to the resolution that there would not be any real incentive to buy more packs than you need to play the game? How has that changed? Let me see. Queue up battle wagons. Okay. The airdrop requires you to have unopened packs. So you have to buy twice. Oh, and the leaderboards prizes, like designing a summoner. 2 blatant and obvious examples of lies Matt told us and never even bothered to mention on the show of doing what he said. There's more here, but we gotta address that. Like, this is okay. So the battle wagons. He's right that they're the rebellion cards or packs. Now you're wrong though about some of this. You're right about part of it. So let's try and delineate. Gabriel's saying, Matt's main argument around rebellion packs is that, like, let's sell what the market wants, what people want, and not more. And I think that's absolutely what's happening. Gabriel disagrees and feels that the battle wagons are creating an unjustifiable incentive to acquire more packs than is required, than otherwise would be necessary. And on one hand, I might say, I get what you're saying, and that yes, there is that extra demand that's going to come because some people want battle wagons because they want to participate and get the airdrops. So they're going to buy packs and hold them. But you're wrong about a very important mechanic, which is this, that you do not need to have the packs inside your battle wagon. You're saying your statement is implying you do. You said, therefore, because of this incentive, you need to buy more packs, and you need to have double, you said somewhere. Yeah, so you have to buy twice, you said, meaning double the packs. Not true. You can buy the pack, open the pack, and use the cards you don't want to use in your battle wagon. Now, that is probably the fastest and best way to garner return from the pack. So you're actually greatly mistaken on really the incentive and the way that the battle wagon will work. Again, you can store the pack in the battle wagon, and you can, I think, do up to 5 packs if I recall correctly. But each pack gives you, I forget the numbers, but it was something like, it was a relatively trivial point return. It was something like the equivalent of, 4 commons and 1 rare being stored on the battle wagon. 4 commons and 1 rare is really small, right? You're not going to see, that's not a lot of collection power. That's not a lot of PP. What that's going to equate to is a very nominal contribution to your battle wagon. And that's going to mean that you're not going to get a huge amount of the returns from the battle wagon because you're competing against others and how much PP or CP they're putting into their battle wagon. And so the path to better success with battle wagons is not having packs that you don't want stored in the battle wagon. The success is going to, and the victory and the airdrops are going to come from you choosing selectively expensive legendary gold foils or epic gold foils or rare gold foils that you can afford to do without and that you put into your battle wagon. Those ones, maybe multiple BCX copies, are going to be the path to getting the maximum return for your airdrops. So what is actually being incentivized is ownership is partly, you're right, is if you want, you can buy the pack, hold them and put them in there. And that is being incentivized in a small way. But a bigger thing that's being incentivized is buy your pack, open your pack, and then buy, or if either hold it for a long time and lock up some of the card content, like the card supply in your battle wagons because you want these airdrops. And that's going to be, you can still play with them, by the way. That's the other thing. You still play in the battle with them. And so I think you just misunderstood. And man, you come out firing, you're throwing around lying, like he's lying. You said that more than once. And you're wrong about, just objectively, you're wrong about how battle wagons will work. And the leaderboard prizes, like designing a summoner. Okay, this is another point. So the leaderboard, so Rebellion pack sales are allowing leaderboard, like the top six are going to be able to design a summoner. And you're right, in some sense, that's one element where I would agree you're creating an artificial reason for people to buy more packs than they want. But we've always given away the top six leaderboard as summoners. And so that's something the community loves. So, I mean, I think if you want to say that we shouldn't do it that way, okay, fine. But that's something we've always done, and we love it. We love the finish line of like, who's going to win it? Who's going to get it? What are they going to design? That's just been something we've enjoyed. So I think you're kind of not seeing the fact that the community generally likes that. And then I would also argue there are other paths. Like this was me trying to agree with you on one level. I'll say there are other ways we could do the top six summoners, right? The legendary summoners, this is Crypto Eater's idea. The guy who made Equalis, but he said this on the People's Guild. Check out the People's Guild. He said, one of the ways we could handle the top six summoners, the legendaries, would be literally to sell that minting right. So, for $15,000 paid to the company, you can design one of the legendary summoners, or 10,000 or whatever the number is. And that would be money in Splinterlands pockets, or maybe half of it goes to the DAO if they want to be crazy. They don't need to do that, but if they wanted to, they could. And in that way, it would be like totally distinct from pack sales. And that would be true that it would take away one artificial incentive for buying packs. Because you're right, that is one example of an artificial inflation of demand. But it's a demand and a race that we like watching. Most of us, you don't apparently. And then you go on, what about the promise that significant dev work wasn't going to go on anything but land? Queue up all the new gameplay mechanics, reworked airdrop system, and so on and so forth. No bugs spotted for these brand new features that are unlike anything we've seen before. Nobody finds this fishy. Like, I don't get this attitude at all. Like, there is such skepticism in your voice, as if there's nefarious intent behind it. And I don't agree with that. That's maybe where I would have to land on your comment. A blatant lie, you call it. Long story short, I don't believe in the newest game-breaking bug. I think he's full. You think he's lying about the game-breaking bug, and the team's lying about the game-breaking bug because they admitted there was a bug that had to be fixed. And then you think the board that's in charge of making that decision is coming together to lie about this game-breaking bug to create delay, or are you saying that you think they're all lying so that they can cover up the fact that their devs were doing other things, and that's why they didn't finish land? I mean, I feel like this is very, I don't know, man. I do not see it the way you see it. Let's see what a couple of comments say, and then we'll see what the live chat says. Ghostly, what? The battle wagon does not require you to have unopened packs. See, he's right. You can just stake cards and 0 packs. Get your facts straight. Exactly. Designing a summoner does not really have an actual value, so it's not like people are buying packs they otherwise wouldn't go for potential gain. That's an interesting side note. Ghostly's making a pretty interesting point about how like the summoner design is not in and of itself a financial value. That's true. It's not. I mean, it's just kind of cool. It's prestige. But it absolutely, he is right about the critical comment is right, that there is a certain amount of demand that's happening, that's selling more packs because the people are fighting for the leaderboard, and people like Bulldog have bought those packs and then sold them on the market for less than cost so that they can get new crypto to put into more bulk buys. So there is he's not wrong about that side of it. But that's, I'm going to say, if we look at the shop, the leaderboard has sold, like, just look at the leaderboard. We looked at this earlier, but the leaderboard has sold 16,000. Like, this is all you could say at most is a product of the leaderboard race, of the summoner race. So what? Like 15, 30, 40, 50,000 packs have been sold that wouldn't have been sold. It's not nothing, but I mean, it's not millions of packs. It's not like 5 million packs sold because of the leaderboard race, and it's going to cripple or crush the value of Rebellion. So there's a real misunderstanding by the original commenter about first of all, how battle wagons work, and second of all, the extent to which the implications of the the criticisms that he's levying. It's like, it's not as big a deal as you might think, because even if I said every one of these packs wouldn't have been sold if it wasn't for these legendary summoners, that, that's only 50,000 packs. But the truth is, the YGG people would have bought some packs. Brave Tofu would have bought some packs. Bulldog, some of these packs would have been sold regardless. So is it 30,000 packs that got sold because of these summoners? Okay, come on. Like, are we really gonna call the creator of a game that put millions of dollars into a DAO that's decentrally governed and owned by us for free? Like, he put $5 million in that so far and counting. He gave away a sweetheart deal to us as Rebellion partners. So now we get half of the revenue from the Rebellion. Half of every pack sale goes to the DAO, which is our money. We're going to call that guy a liar because maybe 20,000 packs got sold because of the summoner design. And the summoner design mechanic is a thing that's always existed, and we loved it, and we enjoy watching the leaderboards, and you'll see all kinds of content about, whoa, right at the end, like Hawk spot 5,000 more, and he beat. That's going to be fun content, and we as a community enjoy it. So the original commenter is just salty about a variety of things, and I think the real tone of his comment is not being addressed. I don't think he really is. I don't think we're seeing his real comment. Gabriel says, my facts are correct. You can have up to 100 packs which need to be unopened, or stake up to 5 cards, which, knowing yet how much cards will count in the equation, want to stake more than 5 cards, buy more battle wagons. Anyway, the battle wagon buying is a voucher burn functionality, by the way. Anyway, it's good to see who's rushing in to defend the team and their lies. Do you deny that they have lied to us? If so, please offer a real explanation. And by the way, the privilege of designing summoners is absolutely a reason why people want to ape in. Yeah, I mean, I think I absolutely proved you wrong right there. 50,000 packs at most have sold because of the summoners, and probably 30 of those would have sold anyways. So again, it's such an inconsequential. You are being so nitpicky and overly difficult to say that this is a product of lying. Plus, we like that. So I think, Gabriel, I don't get you, man. I don't get it, buddy. NFO says, I disagree. Matt said that when he took over, he pulled off the off the land team because there were too many cooks in the kitchen, causing things to go slower instead of faster. I believe he said that, yeah. It says 1 pack count for 150 CP. Here it is. So you do know how much the cards will be worth. It's obviously 5 CP for a common. Yes, exactly. This is Ghostly's got it. It's it's a PP CP thing, right? It's like 5 CP for a common, 20 for a rare, 100 for an epic, 500 for a legendary, and so that's why I said gold foil legendaries will be more. And so if you have the right cards, you'll stake those. You won't choose 100 Rebellion packs. That's not going to be the economical path to getting the most airdrops. Therefore, your logic doesn't make any sense. And Mitch, I'll give him the last word on it. I wouldn't call taking developers off land a blatant lie. It was the best for the community. I'm glad he's able to swallow his pride and pivot when it needs to be done. So true. Like, what a reasonable response. Well said, guys. The community responded here. And I don't know, Gabriel, I'm not sure why you're so salty about kind of Matt's lies. I don't believe they're even lies. I don't know, man. If you see this video, let me know, because I think you're mistaken about the 2 main facts. Like I said, the first one being that the battle wagons don't work the way you implied in your original comment. Yes, the packs are potentially, put in there, but no, man, no, like, it doesn't make any logical sense that you would see people grab 100 packs and stuff them into battle wagons. And also, you're not really even addressing the fact that even if there was artificial pack, now I don't concede there's artificial pack inflation or sale price pressure, but if there were, that would be a benefit to every stakeholder of SPS. Do you understand that? Every pack that sells, half of the DEC goes to the DAO. We control the DAO. That's our money. There's millions of dollars that's going to go into that through the sale of Rift Watchers. If we sell 3 million packs, that's $12 million. $6 million goes into the DAO. $6 million goes to a wallet that we control. Do you understand that? Do you care about that? Do you hold SPS? I do. I want that in the DAO. So I don't see this as I think you're really splitting hairs, and then you're throwing around some serious allegations. Because again, not every pack sold off to vie for those leaderboards would have gone unpurchased, right? Of those 50,000 packs, a good amount of them would have been bought regardless. I'm going to leave it there. Guys, anything in the live chat? If so, I'll address that, but then I got to get going. I got to go. Geeked out. I don't know what you got here. I don't know when you arrived, but I did tell Eli I have to get going pretty quick, but I just want to read these comments. I hope Rebellion is a home run both from a technical standpoint and improved gameplay standpoint. I think it will be. Well, I can't speak to the technical standpoint. Like, if there's issues with how it engages with the game, that's like sort of a technical side that I can't anticipate. But based on what Matt has said, it seems like they are not concerned about how that will interact with the game. And they have started testing this. So there's not like there's any game breaking issue that from a technical standpoint that Rebellion will bring in. Summoner Tactics has some new ways of engaging with the game, as does, what's the other one? The dual summoners. Of course, that's going to change in radical ways some of the synergies. But that's not exactly game breaking. It's just we might create some OP cards, which will be interesting to see and fun to look at and play with. But I hope you're right. Technically, that it launches well, and then secondly, that it is an improved gameplay. I think necessarily it will be an improved gameplay because it's going to be this fun new mechanic and thoughtfulness around what plays well with which. And I think tools like your own, Geeked Out Basketball designer of SplinterCoach, it's going to really change how we use what we use. And so it's going to make tools like yours even more powerful because people are going to want to see pre-Rebellion, how did I play? Post-Rebellion, how did I play? Let me see the data so I can beyond anecdotally understand like how best to strategize. I'd love to talk to you sometime soon, Geeked Out Basketball, and maybe when Rebellion goes live, maybe a month in, you can come on, we talk about SplinterCoach and chat around what is the data showing on what are the top 5 cards that are being played the most now, how is the meta evolving, etc. Next comment: the game is best in class from a tokenomic standpoint. Product-backed stablecoin was genius, yes, and the gameplay is solid, yeah, fun and engaging. I agree. The only thing this team has to prove to us and others is that it has the ability to deliver on game features and enhancements. So far, their batting average is pretty poor. Fair. This is fair criticism. The ability to deliver, especially on time, has to be established. But I would say, without trying to defend them too far, I would just say what we're doing in Web 3 is so different than what Web 2 was. It's like we're reinventing the wheel. And that design, it's like when you look at old original games, before in Super Mario, there was no such thing as a platform. You didn't even really understand where your character should end up. Like, eventually we got to a place where Super Mario ran from left to right. And at the end of the level it was on the right-hand side. And then you started a new level running from left to right, falling in pits. That was death. Falling on spikes, that was death. Touching a monster, that was death. All of these mechanics had to be designed by somebody. Before that, games like E.T. for Atari, like so clueless about like what is even a mechanic? Like how does this even work? What do we even do? All of that had to be planned. And I think we're reinventing the wheel as we wrap blockchain into that. So that's where I give a lot of grace. Finally, Geeked Out Basketball says, but I'm holding the belief that they will deliver. Me too. I do have to leave it there. That was as much as I disagree with Gabriel about what he says here, I sincerely appreciate the effort to engage, especially on my videos where there's definitely a bullishness, and with my community where there's a definite bullishness. So I disagree with you, but thank you for leaving the comment. And I appreciate everybody who participated in responding to him. Those are great comments. Have an awesome day, guys. Bye for now. God bless.